Hello and welcome to Kelly Legends Media. Okay, I want to say thank you to all of the subscribers. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Okay, so let's get right into this, all right? Yesterday I made a video, okay, about mostly aimed towards an individual named Slug, okay? It was a reaction video, okay? I took that video personal, being that I'm an older homie, and I felt that he was saying that older homies have no right or don't have the knowledge or education or the experience to help school the youngsters. You know what I mean? And I do what I can to do that. Okay? I do the best I could. It's my contribution to give back for all the bad things I've done, for all the people that I hurt, all the crime I committed, and hurting my family, everything. I'm trying to do something positive for the community and to give back, okay? Now, I made some comments that he took negatively. Some of them were unwarranted. I think all of them were, but we're going to go over them, okay? At least the ones I could remember. It's roasting hot out here, and all I want to do is get back to my house and get into the air conditioning. Okay, look. There's certain terms that we use down here in East LA that we've used all of my life, okay? And I'm going to give you an example. Paisa, paisita, the little paisa, okay? There's a lot of people around in the neighborhood. Hey, paisa, get on that way. You know, that's how we address our friends from Mexico, from the other side, you know. But I don't see what the problem is. You know, they call us pochos, and you know, a lot of Mexicans don't take kindly to Chicanos. So, you know, I'm gonna apologize on my behalf, only because it came out of my mouth. But you know the way people are, Slugs. People talk a lot of masa. You know it's true, okay? So when I say little paisa, I don't see why you or anybody would take offense to that. You're not a big dude, you know, and you're a paisita, you're a paisa, you're somebody from Mexico, you know. It wasn't like pinche paisa, okay? So I don't know why you took that. And a lot of people in my comment section were like, hey, homie, you lost me on paisa and this and that. And I guess some people take that term and interpret it as wetback or some other fucked up thing that Mexicans are called. I don't think I'm better than anybody, okay? Now, somebody in my comment section said I look more European than anything. Well, I should, okay? Because I got Spanish blood, French blood, okay? And blood from Mexico, okay? That's why I'm mestiza, I'm mixed, okay? And I'm proud of it. I'm proud about my Mexican heritage. I'm proud of my Spanish heritage. I'm proud of all the different bloodlines that run through my veins. Why? Because those people struggled to come into this side of the country to end up right here where I'm sitting, right here. Okay? So you know, I really don't care about that. That is racist. That's getting too far into all of this shit, okay? When I said the little paisa up in Mexico, I was talking about you, Slugs, and I didn't use it in a derogatory term. When I said your little channel, it is a little channel. Mine's is a little channel. We got small channels, you know what I mean? We got fucking 7,000 subscribers. You know, we're starting off barely, you know, we're barely trying to get traction. So I don't know, you know, why somebody in my comment section would attack me for saying you have a little channel. You do. So do I. You know, all I was saying is yeah, the little paisa up in Mexico, he should do uh, um, content on things that are happening up in Mexico. Don't you see it? Are you listening to what I'm saying? There's nobody doing that. There's gangs up there. You understand? Maybe they operate differently. Maybe the jails up there are different. You know, I'm sure a lot of people down here would like to know the difference. You know, if you know. It's a fucking, it's a plus for you because it's something that we can't do. So yeah, you should. You should do videos about Mexico, about Mexican jails, about prisons up there, and you know, how the gangs treat the people and the struggle up there for the youngsters, and you know, how they get caught up in just an idea. You don't have to get all butthurt, and you know, I got all these people fucking with their signs and shit. You know, slug, 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 slug. You know, then somebody says, I guess maybe somewhere in the video I used the term baboso. So fucking what? In East LA, that's what we call a slug. Those little animals that crawl that are all full of vava and shit. Right? They're slugs. That's a slug. A baboso. You know, people are fucked up. Maybe I was talking in a tone of voice, you know, maybe I was too hard, you know, too much macho came out, and people got butthurt, you know, took everything in a negative way. Yeah, maybe I need to work on the way I speak, but you know what? I was hot. I was hot for the comments that you made because they were wrong, they were inaccurate, and they included me. No matter, even though people say, he wasn't talking about you, he was talking about that fitness channel with the dude with the glasses. I can't remember his name right now. And Dubs, and I don't know who else they mentioned, you know. Nevertheless, it included me as being an older homie. You know what I mean? I was included in the OGs that are trying to help the youth, you know? And that's taking away credibility, not only from me, but from the people that are doing what I'm trying to do. Okay? And I think that's wrong. That's like me taking away from what you're trying to you know, advise the people about, and giving your opinion about certain things, you know? That's not respecting everybody's opinion and what they got to give. Maybe everybody don't got to give what you got to give, you know? Maybe they got something different, maybe they got something more, maybe they got something a little less. But I felt some sort of way about it, so I said what I said. But all the little stupid little shit that people are bringing up, you know, why you call them a paisa? Hey, the paisas around here, when they hear that, they know that they're with us. Orale paisa, what's up? Hey, Kyle, boom. Hey, you want a beer? Blah blah. We talk. I got so many friends that are paisas. You know what I mean? And that's what we call them. So I don't know if you guys take it as a derogatory term. I don't think they do, because they smile, they come, they shake our hands, they give us brazos, you know, strong handshakes and hugs. You know, it's like, come on, dude, relax. You know, this ain't a racial this ain't racial content. You know, it's just a video calling you on being wrong about what you said about older homies not having the skills or this and that. You didn't say there's some homies that aren't like that, like, you know, like Cali Legends Media, you know. I maybe he's a little different or whatever, you know, but you know, anyways, you know, go check out his channel. But anyways, some of these other vatos, no, you didn't say nothing like that. So I included myself on the older vatos that can't do nothing for the youth. You know, I worked for the Gang Violence Reduction Project for years. You know, I have training. You know, not only did I work with representatives and leaders from different barrios in my area, but I represented my barrio in that jale, you know. and they taught us how to help these kids. And yeah, we know we need outside help. The government's not going to help them. The government wants people to send to jail and fill up their prisons. You know, we've been through that conversation already. Okay? And it does start at home. You're right. You know, we covered that. That's where it begins, at home. You know, parents, brothers, older brothers, people that these kids look up to. But when you came out, the way you put your words together, you know, it came off offensive, you know. I don't know who else got offended. I sure fucking did. You know, I didn't like what you were saying. I thought it was bullshit regarding older homies not being able to help. If it wasn't geared towards me, I apologize. And I thank you for coming out this morning and speaking on it and saying, no, I wasn't talking about Lucky, you know, except for that comment, Gabe, if the shoe fits, wears it, and all that stupid little shit you had to throw on your way out. That wasn't necessary. If you were going to apologize like a man, and don't throw the fucking chancla at me when I'm walking away and you're walking out the door, you know. Nevertheless, this is my video for today. I apologize if I misunderstood who you were talking about, and I thank you for clearing things up. Okay, because it takes me a while to get over shit, you know. And so I appreciate that, and I apologize for the things I was wrong about, you know. And I think I covered them pretty well in this video. People, thank you for watching. To my subscribers, I'm sorry, you know, that I took you down this road with me. A lot of times I have something to say and you guys get caught up, and I know you guys don't like the drama. You guys expressed it to me. There are a lot of subscribers that do. They want to hear like what's going on and why is something being said. A lot of people like to hear that shit, you know. But I know a lot of yous, a large, huge percentage of yous don't like that, you know. And I apologize for that. Anyways, God bless you. God bless your families, people. Stay free, and let's stay out of prison, so we'll be out here for our families and our loved ones. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next video. Thank you very much.